Alex Jones is back on YouTube 7 years after being banned, not just from YouTube, but in a coordinated effort from all the big tech platforms to unperson him for wrongthink. At least as of right now, when I'm recording this video late Wednesday night about 11:30 p.m. So stay tuned because let's just say I had some advanced knowledge that there was a plan in the works that I can now tell you about. Since YouTube admitted earlier this week under congressional pressure that they censored countless videos and channels for political reasons, people talking about the lack of integrity in electronic voting machines, questioning the outcome of the 2020 presidential election, people opposing the lockdowns and questioning the safety and effectiveness of the wonderful COVID-19 vaccine, they did also admit that they are going to be restoring those channels and videos. And so Alex Jones decided to put them in a pinch by starting a new channel, Alex Jones Live, which I will leave linked up down in the description below. Go and subscribe to it now. You know what the Dice Army is capable of doing. You know what we've done with other channels that are underappreciated, like Carmen JC and Alex Stein. And so right now, it has only 21,000 subscribers. That is, if it's still up at the time that you're watching this video, because what is happening here is he's going to force their hand to show their cards. Are they going to allow him back on the platform now that we've shifted the culture quite a bit in terms of censorship? They've admitted that they've been censoring people for political reasons. Or are they going to ban his new channel and then prove themselves to be a bunch of liars and hypocrites? Especially since the entire liberal media industrial complex and the Marxist Democrats in Congress are claiming that they now support free speech after rallying behind Jimmy Kimmel, claiming that his show was censored by ABC because they suspended him for a few days because he spit on Charlie Kirk's grave.
If this report you're seeing on YouTube right now gets taken down, well, know that you can go find it later at Real Alex Jones on X and Band.video and other places like Rumble. But this is a major issue because they're claiming they've stopped the censorship, but they haven't. Facebook claimed 3 months ago we could come back, wouldn't let us back. So we'll see if this is actually happening. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't automatically mean that Alphabet and Eric Schmidt are lying. It means that just the default settings and the censors that are in there have done this. That's why we're going to draw attention to it. But if this gets pulled down today, and in a month from now it hasn't been corrected, we'll give them some time. Now we know that they have lied to Congress, just like Comey did.
And contrary to popular belief, he was not banned from the big tech platforms because of his comments on that school shooting, which they tried to blame him for. He actually was banned 2 years before that lawsuit was even filed, before that lawfare started. He actually was banned for a series of bogus strikes because they wanted to get rid of him because he was so viral, so compelling, so informative, so cutting edge. The first strike came when he called drag queens who are performing in front of children demons, not allowed. We've moved the Overton window, quite a bit, but back then you weren't allowed to dare disparage the new transgender or gender-bending gods. The second strike they issued to his channel was because he posted a meme, a short little video showing a small kid pushing and poking a much larger adult who then just got sick of it, and then with one hand, one little shove, the kid went flying and fell to the ground, and they captioned it, "This is how you prevent liberalism." And so YouTube issued a strike claiming that they were endorsing child endangerment. The third and final strike was because someone he was interviewing on the show was also live streaming that interview on their YouTube channel. And so YouTube claimed that that was a ban or a suspension evasion. And so that was the third and final strike. All of those strikes, bogus excuses just to get rid of him. But despite the media and the lawfare trying to tar and feather him, a lot of people started standing up for him and bringing him on their podcasts, doing interviews, giving him a platform, something that the left never imagined would happen. They thought that they had made him so toxic. They thought with their endless smears that nobody would want anything to do with him. But instead, some of YouTube's biggest podcasters, including Logan Paul, had him on in studio to introduce him to their audiences, including Charlie Kirk, who invited him to several Turning Point USA events where he was always given a warm welcome.
Alex Jones.
This one virtually. He couldn't make this one in person, but you can see everybody's thrilled. There he is, popping in from his studio, and then later inviting him in person. This from June of last year, June of 2024, about a month before President Trump had that assassination, that first assassination attempt, where he had this to say.
What will they do to him?
He is a man who gets stronger under attack. And so they have already put him through hell with all these show trials and rigged courts, civil and criminal. And they are going to try to assassinate President Trump. Make no mistake about that. They are going to try to pull out all the stops. And so we've got to pray for President Trump.
Well, there goes another dollar in the Alex Jones was right jar. They also tried to put him in prison for the mostly peaceful protest at the Capitol on January 6th, subpoenaing him to come and testify, subpoenaing his phone records, even though there's clear video of him at the Capitol that day, urging people to be peaceful. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. There is a significant chance that YouTube just looks the other way and pretends that they don't know that he's back on their platform. And because we live in such a fractured media ecosystem, the media may not even catch wind that he has returned, or they may just assume that YouTube has unbanned him since so many other platforms are loosening their rules and President Trump can now post on all the big tech platforms. And Elon Musk has unbanned almost everybody. You may recall, he did unban a lot of people when he bought the platform, except for Alex Jones and a few others. And while Conservative Inc. was over there celebrating Elon buying the new platform, which was great, yours truly, of course, which hasn't used Twitter only a couple times in the last few years, was still hammering Elon on a regular basis. And it wasn't until Tucker Carlson did that sit-down interview with him, and everybody started saying, hey, bro, now is the time. Why is he still banned? Then it made it safe. Tucker put his stamp of approval on it, that Elon then restored his account. And, you know, for that day, liberal media and Democrats in Congress flipped out, but the world still went on, and now they've just forgot all about it. They just accept that as now the new norm. So maybe, hopefully, that will happen with YouTube. It would actually be much better if they restored his old channel, which had over 2 million subscribers, but it would be nice if they at least just kind of look the other way and just allow him to be. And I've seen many of your comments over the years that this channel has been stuck at like 1.9 million subscribers forever. And the reason for that, it's not a big secret. YouTube admits this. They suppress what they consider to be borderline content. Content that doesn't break the rules, but that they think just comes too close to breaking the rules by limiting its spread through recommendations and other features rather than removing it entirely. So that's why people who are subscribed to my channel will hopefully, at least some of you, get the videos, although that's an issue as well. But they don't show my videos to other people in the recommended feed or on other people's homepage who are watching similar channels who would like this content because they consider it to be not technically violating the community guidelines, but it poses a risk to viewers. And if you are one of these viewers and you enjoy watching my videos, then if you want to sponsor my work, buy me a coffee by clicking the link in the description below. It's a great service that allows viewers to tip their favorite content creators without having to use a super chat or a super thanks comment, which, by the way, YouTube takes like 30 or 40% of that. So buy me a coffee, a much better way just to drop a little tip, drop a little support for the channel. So click the link in the description below, head on over there and check it out.